right, good morning. So I'm back in the Fernie area, and a viewer actually recommended I try this lake instead of the last lake I was at for bass. And yeah, so we made a drive out here. It's feels a little bit more off the beaten trail than the other one was, but I've already seen piles of little bass, so off to a good start. Just gonna pick up where I left off with the topwater popper fishing with the fly rod, and we're gonna see if I can't figure this lake out and see if we can get something a little bit bigger than the last lake. But either way, it's a ton of fun catching fish on the topwater, regardless of the species. So yeah, just got here, just been paddling around for 5-10 minutes, and gonna do a little lap here and explore and see what's what and see if I can spot any big fish. And yeah, I'll do my best to get the takes on film for you guys. So pretty cool. All right, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I must have just hit a little school of little largemouth, and they're just underneath some lily pads, but I got like 3 in a row. Didn't land them all, but it's super exciting. Even the small fish, you just get your popper out there and strip it a couple times, and they just blow up on it. It's awesome. I'm still just doing a lap around the lake just to see, you know, just get familiar with it, see where the best lily pad patches are, and yeah, so far off to a good start. That was a ton of fun. Yeah, fingers crossed and find a bigger one. I know they're in here. I was just talking to a guy on shore, and he said he's caught them, you know, 5-6 pounds in here consistently in the past. So don't know, didn't ask how he was catching them, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the topwater. This is just puts a smile on your face every time one just blows up on it. It's hilarious, and if you land it, great, and if you don't, oh well. But yeah, we'll keep going, sifting through the little ones, and hopefully we find something a bit better. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, that was pretty sweet. I just found like an old submerged dock and some lily pads, and threw that popper right on the edge of those lily pads, and boom, best fish of the day. Still not very big, but compared to the micro little bass I've been catching, it was good. Pulled pretty hard, and yeah, if I can find some more of those little ambush points under structure, I might be in business and maybe try and get some bigger ones here. But a lot of fun as always. All right, just in case anyone's curious, bought myself a new popper today in black. Seems to be doing pretty well, actually. It's slightly smaller than what I was throwing earlier and last time I was out bass fishing, but that was working. But this is also working. I feel like maybe because it's a little bit smaller, it's easier for them to get it in their mouth. But yeah, out for the evening bite. Fingers crossed. Nice. That's a good one. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. I've just been with my flow tube, I can like meander through all these pencil reeds, and there's just these little corridors, just big enough for me and my flow tube to sort of kick quietly through. But anytime I see like a little patch of lily pads like that or better, it's crazy. You just like put your popper right on the lily pad and skip it over a couple times, and there's almost always a bass that comes up and crushes it. Doesn't mean I hook them all, land them all, but it's super exciting. Yeah, that's neat. Kind of figuring it out a little bit. I just imagine with the, you see the change in the weather. I don't know what that does to the fish, but they seem to like it in there. It's kind of secluded, protected from the wind and the elements and waves and stuff. So it's good for me. It's kind of like technical casting, right? You're just like, there's like little laneways, little corridors where you just get your fly straight through. And if you can land it right on the edge of the lily pads or right beside them, give it a couple pops. That seems to be when they grab. So yeah, super neat. This has actually turned out to be a lot of fun. I kind of like this technical fishing where you're not just bombing blindly at open water. You're for sure targeting specific little nooks and crannies where you think a bass will be. And super exciting when your fly hits the water and you pop it and boom, they just explode on it. And you know you did everything right, at least catch that fish. So exciting stuff. So I'm about to get back in here. I'll do another pass and see if I can pull a couple more out. Okay, well, I think I'm about to call it. I've been fishing some of the stuff I got some decent fish out of earlier today, but it's just not happening right now. Although I just had my popper like 6 feet behind my float tube, and there's literally like 200 little tiny baby bass just like grabbing it, trying their best anyways. Bunch of little plucks, but nothing could fit it in their mouth to get hooked up. So yeah, it's getting late in the day. You know, it's interesting. I haven't seen any of those big bass I saw in the other one, like the big jumbos. I haven't seen any of that. But the average fish I've been catching's marginally bigger, I think. A lot of little ones, but some a little bit bigger ones as well. So all in all, it was a fun day. I'm glad I came here. Interesting though that they think the bite's slow today. So anyways, it was a good time, and I don't know if there's going to be any more bass fishing in my immediate future, but I want to go back to a big bull trout river tomorrow if I get motivated. If not, I'll go after some cutties. So hope you enjoyed this one. It was decent, but not crazy. But I'll see you next time.